Of all the questioning practice sessions and conversation practice sessions you can facilitate, rating questions will probably feel as clumsy as any of them. Here's why. Most of the time when we're talking, and I would encourage you to stress this with your participants, we don't socially stop and say, well, do you like this restaurant on a scale of 1 to 8? 8, you love it. 1, you find it very, very hard to go to. We don't use rating questions in our everyday language. Yet, as a leader, they're extremely powerful. So the objective is using the scales with descriptors. Using an even numbered because it erodes the person's ability to feel comfortable picking the middle number. And then learn the question format and response question. So let me set this up for you for your practice session. Scales with descriptors. Descriptors are specific things that hold them accountable to their answer. Bob on a scale of 1 to 6. 6 being you're an awesome teammate, always flawlessly, without exception, going above and beyond the call of duty each and every time one of your teammates need you. Or 1, at times you can be a little bit arduous and a little bit pulled back from helping. Notice on the scales 1 and 6, and it could have been 1 or 8, I give both bookends a lot of substance and meat. And that will give you a more authentic answer. Now, the question format and the response question. Typically, people do not say 1 or 6 or 1 or 8. They typically go somewhere in the middle and encourage your audience or your group to use the following response question. If somebody says, I'm about a 4 or 5, and even though the leaders might see that as a 3 or 4, you don't want to get into an argument and encourage your practitioners in your session not to do that, yet the response question is critical. Awesome, thanks for sharing that with me. What can we do together to move towards a 6 successfully? What can we do together to move towards an 8 successfully? Notice I'm using a self-actualized question. So the response is really inconsequential. You want to be able to teach this as your core objectives. Give demonstrations of the descriptors, 1 to 6 and 1 to 8, and why we use even scales, and then the response question. Awesome. What can we do together to move towards a 6 or an 8? And then practice it. Yet I think in your practice session, you're going to have to go through those first 3 bullet items and give it substance and explanation. Now, some other ways to set this up. Let's create a situation, such as maybe poor teamwork, or maybe someone becoming a better teammate, or someone being timely with their projects. Have them write the rating questions. Stress giving the bookends, the 1 to 6, the 1 to 8 descriptors, strong descriptors, and then have them practice. Now, that'll get you going, and some other activities that you can deploy are the following. Identify challenging employee situations, have them write the rating questions, have them practice. You could do that a number of different times with different challenging employee situations. Have the response be a self-actualized question. What can we do together to successfully move towards a 6, move towards an 8? That is paramount. See, a lot of times when leaders have tried to use rating questions and someone says, well, I'm about a 4, and a leader thinks they're at a 2, what's the first thing they do? Well, I didn't have you that high. Now you're in a disagreement. Coaching has left the building. Notice the response doesn't agree or disagree. It's about how do we move towards a 6 or an 8. See, the key is to create momentum. It's not to avoid reality, and that should require you to provide some further context. And again, practice the response self-actualized question. What can we do together? So again, start with challenging employee situations, have them write the rating questions, practice it, then have them write the response with the self-actualized question. What can we do to successfully? And then have them practice it. Now, rating questions in summary should not be used more than once a conversation. If you use 3 or 4 rating questions, it's going to really create discord. It's going to make the conversation not smooth as as fluently as it could. So encourage your participants to use maybe one, maybe two questions, depending on the length of the conversation. Yet rating questions create self-awareness for the person answering, and it creates momentum based on the response of their answer to move forward positively.